Hey everybody, so today is March 7th, 2017. Happens to be my 32nd birthday. It's also a very big day for me because today I'm sending out my $1,000 deposit and my enrollment agreement to enroll in the ecological landscaper immersion. So thank you to all the people who have donated to my campaign and shared it so far, allowing me to do this, secure my spot in the program. So I'm going to put it in the mail right now. There we go. Thank you so much for that. And I've got another $6,500 to pay for tuition by June 12th. So hopefully with some more donations and hopefully I can find some more work when I get out to California, I'll get that all paid and I can be on my way to doing this program and making a big difference in the world of permaculture. So thank you all for helping me, and see you down the road. Okay, so this morning I went out to a locally owned nursery here in the Chandler area, and I went out to buy some citrus trees, see what they got. What I ended up getting was, this is a dwarf Tangelo. It's really tasty. And this here is an improved Meyer lemon. So these would be my other two trees that are going to be planted in that basin over here. But they also had such good prices on all their other kind of 4-inch vegetables and herbs and flowering plants. So I went ahead and got a bunch of other plants. You know, some corn and some peppers and tomatoes and one kale or something over there, just to get the veggie garden started over there, because I feel like starts are just a quick and easy way for an inexperienced gardener to get started, and hopefully get my little cousin excited once he sees everything growing. And then I also got some other herbs and stuff. This here is a dill. I think this is a type of lavender, some rue, some rosemary, tarragon, oregano, things like that. And those are good as cooking culinary herbs, but they're also good as companion plants for the garden. They attract wasps and beetles and predatory insects in to help control your pest insect population. So since I got all these plants and I want to plant them in the garden over here, I also got stuff to build the gate over here. I got to build a little wall in between the rest of the yard and this area so the dogs don't get in there and chew up the garden. So first off, I got to plant this post in here. I dug my hole and got it all vertical on both sides, and that's going to support the gate. So I'm going to mix up some concrete and pour it in there in that hole to give it a nice sturdy base to support the swing of that gate. And then I got some other materials, 2x4s and lattice, to build a little fence. So I'm going to get started on that. Okay, back in the yard again. Got this post in the ground. Concrete's hardened up, it's nice and solid. So now I'm gonna set this spillway back in place, just kind of around that post, and then I'll get into doing a little bit of carpentry, which I always enjoy, and build a gate here so we can block this garden area off. And then hopefully get that done soon enough. I can get John's going to come over, my little cousin, and we're going to plant up this garden and the rest of the plants I bought so I can get those in the ground. So here's the gate I just built. It's pretty simple. So I have 2x4s, and I overlap the corners here. So you see this part is longer on this side, this part's shorter on this side. The top part's longer, that one's shorter. So they sandwich together and hold that square. And then I also decided to use this lattice stuff because normally on a gate you need to have like an angle to support, you know, the weight of the gate and keep it from going out of square, but this whole lattice thing is angles, so it's kind of all lateral support. So that's just pinched in there, and I'm going to build another panel for the other side of the post there, between the post and the wall, but I'm going to go hang this first to make sure it all works. Okay, so there we go. Got the gate installed. I ran out of screws, so I still need to put some more in there to attach this panel to the post. And then I've got a 2x6, which I'm going to put on top of this so you don't have this seam right here, and make a nice little shelf. I've also got to cut the top of this post off here too. But yeah, looks pretty good. It's definitely tall enough to keep the dogs out. Swings nice and easy. And now what I got to do is attach a little block to this wall here so I have somewhere to catch the gate. So I'm going to get working on that. Alright, so I got the gate latched up. That works. John's over here now. He's going to help me plant some things.
Yay!
Yeah, so
I love planting.
yeah, good. So I came in, I replaced this this pressure regulator right here, so the drip system will work. And you know what
Bees? Bees?
There's no bees.
What a bee?
There's no bees. Bees are alright. Bees are your friends. Just don't touch them. See this stuff, John?
Yeah.
This is called drip line. So see every one of these little holes?
Yeah.
There's a hole every 6 inches.
Oh, does it connect up to that and it like waters it everything?
Exactly.
Whee!
Yeah, so we're going to lay this all over the garden. Kind of like a long grid, and then that way the
just
garden will
like
be...
a pipe.
Yeah, exactly. It's irrigation, but it's
Just like a pipe, but
efficient.
it's not underground.
Exactly.
It's on top.
So we got the drip system going.
Yeah. And I'm trying to fix a leak.
So these are all our plants.
Are you recording now?
I am. So what we're going to do is we're going to arrange these according to height, because we want the ones that are taller than the back.
Corn!
This is corn.
Corn on the cob, my dream.
So that's one of the tall ones.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
Thank you,
these,
Jesse.
these are kale. Dinosaur kale. You ever heard of that?
Dinosaur kale!
It's got dinosaurs. That's sort of tall, so we're going to put that in the sort of tall pile. These
Ooh,
here,
what's this?
those are onions. We're going to plant those all over the place. That one's called rue. These are herbs, and we're going to plant these along the back there. So
that's like the herb world.
Yeah, that's the herb world. Those are perennials. So perennials means it keeps on living. This is a pepper. So we have a few different peppers.
Pepper. Oh yeah, I love peppers.
So these
well,
are
roasted peppers anyway.
these are kind of peppers as well.
What are these?
Those are called nasturtiums, but I'm gonna get all the peppers out first.
Are these all peppers?
Nope, but I did get a lot of peppers because
Peppers.
they grow well in the heat, and it's getting hot now.
Ooh.
So there's all the peppers.
Do you mind if I said?
No, please. And then this right
You
here,
got a plant.
a rock plant. This is tomatoes.
Tomatoes. I don't like tomatoes.
Have you ever had a tomato from a garden?
Salsa.
You can make salsa, but you've never had a tomato from a garden.
No.
The tomatoes in the store, they don't taste like tomatoes. You haven't tasted a real tomato taste like yet. So
What is that?
this one's called salvia. See, it's got these pretty purple
no.
flowers.
What are these?
The bees love it. These are called nasturtiums.
Can you not plant things that will attract bees?
I have to plant things that attract bees because bees make the garden grow. Without bees, you don't get any vegetables.
Okay.
But when the good thing is, when the bees are eating, like if a bee's on a flower, it doesn't want to sting you at all. Like it's only focused on the flower. The only time a bee wants to sting you is if you go to their hive and you mess with their hive.
Oh, unless you try to kill it.
Well, yeah, if you try to squish it, it's going to sting you because you're squishing
Yeah.
it. So you see these? These are called...
You just pulled it off.
Yeah, it's okay. It's actually going to help
Whoa, it has a hole inside. No! No!
These are called nasturtiums, and they're really tasty. Try it. It's good. It's a little bit... Actually, these aren't very spicy, but sometimes they're spicy. The leaves are good, too.
What about this stem thing?
You can eat that. You can eat the whole thing. Okay, so me and John got the garden planted. It's a lot of fun planting with John. He's having a lot of fun with it. He's excited. It's just cool. Got a lot of stuff planted in here. A lot of different peppers, some corn. We got the three sisters going with the corn, bean, squash. I was teaching John about that. Along the back here, against the wall, we have all these perennial flowers and herbs. This will help with the beneficial insects. I'll probably plant a mix of seeds in here as well for bees and other pollinators. We got different tomatoes and peppers and things like that. I'll have to get some cages for the tomatoes. But it's all kind of just mixed together. I like a garden that is more wild. I feel like having everything mixed together Confuses the insects. Doesn't make it so, if you got a whole row of corn or a whole row of tomatoes and they're all right next to each other, the tomato bugs come in and it's just like a buffet. But if the tomatoes are separated by other plants, they have a harder time finding their food, so it slows everything down. So we got this in here, we got the drip system on there. Another leak I got to fix over here in the box, and that filter's leaking. I've replaced half of this irrigation system so far, but that's the way it goes. So yeah, I was really excited to get this done today. Looking forward to seeing this grow through pictures into the summertime. Being here in between these two buildings, I kind of feel like in the summertime, the sun is going to kind of come up over there and cross right over these two buildings, so that might actually help keep it a little cooler over here since it won't get direct sun all day. Still might have them put some shade cloth over it in the middle of summer when it's really, really hot, but we'll see how that goes.